What's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we'll be going over my teams for the treasure mode law that we're going to be going over. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing the mask, there is currently a fire outside my house. My family got evacuated. If you're wondering what happened on Thursday morning, there was a fire that started in California, branched out all over, got really bad, went from 5,000 acres to 20,000 acres in 12 hours, and then the next 12 hours after that, it went up to 70,000 acres, and then today, I think it's around 90,000 acres or so. It got really, really bad, and we got so close that it was actually going to almost burn down my city. It burned down all the cities around me, so it was really bad. My family has evacuated just because of air quality out here, so it's pretty bad. I'm staying up to protect my house from looters and some other things, so I'll still be here. I got enough time to record a video or two here, so thank you guys for watching, and of course, I'm going to be putting out some treasure mode stuff here. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. What up, guys? It's Sekapoko here. We're going to be doing a commentary on the current treasure mode and talk about all the things if I get a treasure bird this run. I don't know if I will. If I do, then great. If I don't, then obviously we're not doing it. And I'll see you in the next one. Did I get one? I don't think so. Nope. Guys, we got to reset the game to re-roll this. I'm Kappa. Okay, guys, so this first team here is just going to be based off TS Kid Captain. You don't have to use TS Kid Captain. You can use whoever you want, obviously. And this is going to be for the Bepo fight. And the Bepo fight, the two characters that I would recommend the most are going to be Time Skip Kid and TM Jack. And TM Jack is to kill the main boss, doing 2 million damage. And then in case you don't have enough damage at the higher stages, of course, you have TS Kid, which is going to do damage. Now, I also recommend using TS Kid as a captain here because TS Kid is going to be a striker and shooter captain. He's going to be pretty useful for this treasure mode because you're able to get that extra damage every single turn from TS Kid. So if you don't know what I mean, TS Kid does end of turn damage. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate it right here. So you can see we're not doing any damage, and then TS Kid will do end of turn damage here, which does enough damage to kill some of the units on the stage, which helps out. Now, if you don't have a treasure bird, it's not going to kill everything on the stage really easily. This time around, when I'm doing the fight, I don't have a treasure bird, just to illustrate the fight. And going through it, boom, boom, boom. Now, then also the nice thing here is because if you use TS Kid as your captain, a category is 100% not needed here, just here because he's a point booster, and this is the first one I saw. So you don't need him at all. Every unit can be put in here free to play. You're completely open to use all free to play units. I don't even have Croc on here for any reason besides he was the first unit I saw, and he has high attack. That was it. Those are the only reasons. Virgo, no reason at all. The only two units that are necessary are the TS Kid and the TM Jack. So TM Jack, you see, will do increased damage based on the number of units on the field here. And since there are 6 units on the field, we're going to use TM Jack, which is going to do 2 million damage to Bepo and kill him. Now, if you didn't do enough damage to kill him with Bepo, obviously you have TS Kid to provide another 1 million damage. And what we're doing is we're going to pop both TS Kid specials here. It's going to give us a little bit extra damage. And we're just going to use our combo hits to break down the barriers. So we just want to attack every single unit on the field once, and then we are done. You don't need to attack them more than once. You just attack them all once. And you don't even have the perfects, so you're fine there. It's not difficult. The TS Kid Specials captain's going to hit him twice, and then the TS Kid Special is going to kill everything on the field, so you're fine there. So that's the way that I do this stage. It's pretty easy. For this next fight, the two best units to bring on your team are going to be Despair Reducers or using Sanji Captain. And the reason is you're going to get a 7-turn Despair on your Captain and not Friend Captain, so you can't like get around it with a Friend Captain thing. So if you have V1 Sanji, go ahead and bring him. It makes your life a lot easier. If you don't have him, there are 2 ways around this Despair mechanic that are free to play friendly. The first of which is going to be Opera, who is unfortunately not boosted this treasure mode. So Coliseum Opera not boosted, but it helps you get around the mechanic. And the second way of getting around the mechanic, which is a boosted unit, but you will not be able to use right away until after about 1 million points, is going to be the new treasure mode law. And treasure mode law is going to remove 2 turns of bind and despair on your character, and then also I believe has a double special mechanic. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure he does. Relatively sure, like 80%. Nope, he does not. He has just reduced cooldown, so you know. So he's one character, and then you would use another character that removes despair as well, like Coliseum Gladius. That's another character. But I would just find another Fortnite unit. I don't remember who the boosted unit is that you can use, but that's what you could do. To be honest, it's just kind of an annoying thing, and that the perfect unit for this fight, which is Coliseum Opera, is not boosted. Not really sure why, but yeah, that's just what it is. So you can see here on turn 6, what we're going to do is we're going to jump on both our captain Sanji and go into the next room. Obviously, if you have Sanji, it'll be a lot easier, but if you don't have Sanji, it's just you're gonna have to bring Despair Reducers. It is what it is. There are 4 boosted Despair Reducers and all of them are free to play, so it says Solaris, so that's what you would use. I don't remember what their names are. I'll have to look them up. They're probably Fortnite units, and there is a list. There's like about 40 Despair Reducers that are free to play in the entire game, so you could probably find one pretty simply. I don't know who the boosted ones are, but yeah, that's what it is. And then for the final boss, there's no real mechanics. If you do bring a V1 Sanji friend captain, that might make your life a lot easier because it is a rainbow captain. And it gets rid of the chain boost down effect and also gives you a chain boost up, which will actually be helpful when killing this boss, so that's great. And of course gives you those matching orbs, so it'll make your life pretty easy to just go through if you just have one. Halloween Chopper, Fortnite Marco, Treasure Mode Gladius, and TM Law. So the other 2 I missed are Halloween Chopper and Fortnite Marco. Those are the 2 that you could use. They are boosted, so that would help you here. All right, for this next fight here, you could run this with a TM Shanks captain with Katakuri sub and just build a Cerebral and Free Spirit team. Make your life pretty easy. That's what I would do if I was you guys. TM Katakuri is your free-to-play alternative to getting rid of the attack down on the final boss, making your life a lot easier. What I'm doing for using Shiki is because he's a boosted unit, so it's a lot easier for me to get points. That's the only reason I'm using him. This is my high point boost version of this team. Also, TM Shanks, Tesoro, there's a lot of other units that are giving boosted units here, so that's why they're here. I like how the follow train comes in all at once. This alert engine is just awesome. Love it. It wouldn't be a stream without the alert engine just going off all at once. The I gotta get stream elements, but so here we go. Going into the near final rooms here. You don't really need anything on this fight. This one's extremely easy as well. Going into the final rooms here, I'm just going to use a Shiki special to clear the room. It makes my life easier. If you didn't have Shiki, obviously it'll be a little bit more difficult, but not that much. If you want to get this room really quickly, what you can use the Tesoro special here. If you do have Tesoro, if you want to bring him, great. If you don't, whatever, it's fine. Completely up to you. Being able to get through that room really quickly is really nice. That's why I brought this specific team. So I can go through all the stages very, very quickly. And then we get to the final boss. The Katakuri is like the ideal unit here because he's going to give you full matching orbs, I believe, because he gives you, it's all block bomb and empty. I think it's just bomb and empty at this point. But he'll give you full matching orbs. Mine's not up because mine's not maxed yet. But he'll give you full matching orbs and then use Shanks special for damage or whatever. But what I'm going to do here is just make my life easier and use Shiki and I'm done. I could use an HP boosting ship, give myself a low HP, make it a lot easier. But for now, I'm going to use that strategy, and then when I need to later, I'll just change it up. All right, and then for the next fight, the 2 big units here that I would use that are the best 2 units here are going to be Zoro and Oven, and then any captains you want to use. It doesn't really matter at this point. You can use Zoro captain if you want to make a driven team. That's totally fine. I'm just using Big Mom because it's a higher point boosting team. That's the only reason I'm using it. But Zoro captain will work fine here. You shouldn't have any problems with Zoro captain. The main mechanics here are when you're going through this whole content is you want to make sure that you have enough damage to get through the revive. Main mechanics on Gear 4 are he has a revive mechanic, and when he revives, he gets 50% of his HP back, and then also has a percent damage reduction thing. So that's why Zoro is really nice here. So if you have Zoro, he removes the percent damage reduction. Really, really helpful for that. And then if you don't have Zoro, obviously it can be a little bit more tricky. Oven will remove all colored orbs on your team and give you a do damage to the boss, so that should kill the boss if you don't kill him already. If you wanted to, you can use Oven earlier before you cure your 4 on the later stages, and it might make your life a little bit easier, but it doesn't really matter too much. What I'm going to be doing here is just going through these stages here. I'm going to eat this meat orb, last meat orb I'm going to eat. If you're going to be bringing a big bomb, I recommend eating a meat orb on stage 5. And then for stage 6, you just go in. And we go bam. Or not stage 5, stage 4. Okay, and we're done. And then to kill the boss here, you can use 2 different Big Mom specials here to kill G4, because you'll actually kill him with that. And then you'll have Zoro up for the final room here. Since I have an orb, I'm just going to chill. We're going to just kill a boss. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. So now I got the TM Big Mom thing up here. It's not going to matter too much because when you pop the Zoro special, it's going to get rid of the % damage reduction. And you can pop the Oven special if you have enough colored orbs, and it'll actually just kill the boss, which is pretty cool. So here we go, using the Zoro special. And then Oven special, if you didn't know, does like 800,000 damage, which is pretty nice. And if you have the boosted, and if without boosted, it does like 500. So when you have the 1.5 times boost, you get like 800k, which is pretty nice here. But you don't need it. Obviously, you don't need Big Mom, but Zoro and Oven would probably be the 2 characters I would use because it does damage and then also gives you orb boost for 2 separate turns if you wanted to use it differently there. All right, guys, we finally got a treasure boat to 3 runs to get one again. But during the treasure bird, we're gonna get the TM Law. It's gonna bounce around, and then we're gonna fight him. Yay! All right, guys, now we are on the TM Law fight for the ambush or whatever treasure mode bird thing. All right, so for this fight in particular, I'm gonna be using a Frankie team. You can use a Boa team; it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. This is just giving me more points. We're gonna use Kuma as well as Gladius. Those are the 2 linchpin units, and then TM Boa for the damages or captain if you want. And then you're gonna use a Zephyr friend captain, which I hope I have. All right, so now we're in the fight. Really simply, we're going to get our specials rolled forward by a lot of turns, so that's really helpful. I think it is a total of 5 turns, and then we also get the cooldown reduction that we get innately, so that's helpful. And we're just going to go ahead and blow through these first couple guys here. Just low-key, 2.7 million damage, no problem, easy. On the second stage here, what's going to happen is we're going to get badly matching orbs as well as a badly matching orb increase. All badly matching orbs, so yay. That's happening. And bam. All right. So it takes me usually 2 turns to get through this. You can use TS Kid here if you want to just get through this really quickly. It really doesn't matter because this is the only stages in here, so it's not a big deal. What I'm doing here, of course, is going to have the Gladius for the bind reducer as well as giving me a color affinity boost. We have the Kuma, which will get rid of the % damage reduction on the Law, which is very helpful. And then we're going to use Zephyr Friend Captain for orbs. And we're going to go ahead and use Frankie for the type boost, and we're done. Now, Boa as a captain here would be more useful in this particular situation, but unfortunately, you would have to go a lot of turns to get the same 3.25 captain ability, so you're not going to be able to get all the boosts you want to if we're getting an orb boost and all the other things. So you can't get defense reduction here, so Boa's not super helpful. I just have her here because she's a good TM, like an actual 1.35 times point booster. Goaty is a 1.25 times booster, so that's why he's here. But other than that, there's no reason to bring these 3 units. You can bring another orb booster if you want to for damage at later stages. I would remove the Goaty and put in an orb booster, and that's the way I would go. For shooter orb boosters, there's a list, and there's some rare recruits that are available. Not too many free-to-play boosters, but there are like 1.75 orb boosters for shooter. But you could do all that, and that's perfectly fine. But this should probably last you about till stage 25-30. All right, and then for the final boss, I recommend using a Beige Captain if you have it, or a Zephyr Captain here. Either one's fine, but the character that is the most useful for this fight is limited rare recruit Usopp. Don't pull for him; that's retarded. But if you don't have him, I'm going to use TM Boa here as my captain, and we're going to use Colosseum Gladius, Kuma as like the priority characters here. And then if you don't have Frankie, obviously you can use what's his name? Colosseum Breedy World, and then you can, for the last unit, whoever you want to. It doesn't really matter who you use. You can use Colosseum Raizo is another blue shooter. Just Goaty does a bigger point boost. That's the only reason they're here. The reason we're using Boa as a captain, or I recommend Beige Captain or whatever you can use, Int Shooter Captain would probably be the best way to go if you're using TM Boa. Excuse me. Because you want to get that int orb removed first, and then the Psy Orb. You don't want the Psy Orb first and then the int orb. So the final boss has a mechanic where he's going to orb seal you if you use an orb boost. So you don't have to use an orb boost here, but if you're doing it free to play like the way I'm going to be doing it here, this is the best way that I've found to get through this initially. It kind of lowers the captain boost you get on Zephyr because you get orb sealed, but it lowers it from 3.9 down to 3.25, which is not terrible actually. So for the first like 20 stages or so, this should be fine to get through the initial part of this treasure mode and get you enough points to get to about 3 million or so, and you'll be fine before you start experiencing some problems. All right, so now we're on the Chopper stage. Chopper is going to give us recovery down, so we're not going to get any healing from the recovery orbs, and then we're going to get quick orb rate up and meat orb rate up. So using Zephyr here, by the way, if you did use him, will get rid of sorry, not Zephyr. Using Coliseum Dung Creek, I believe, gets rid of these. If you did want to get rid of him, I think Zephyr also gets rid of him, but he didn't last time I used this, so I was really confused. I have Coliseum Kuma here, which is going to get rid of the damage threshold cap here, which is really nice, and then he also gives me recovery orbs. I don't have anybody giving recovery orb beneficial enable. If you did want to bring somebody with recovery orb beneficial enable, you can actually get recovery orbs on your as matching orbs here and get some extra orbs, but I didn't do that because I'm extra smart. And then we're just going to go ahead and kill this Chopper. You can see even without matching orbs, we do more than enough damage to kill him. And then going into the final room here, right away, what Chopper's going to do is he's going to give us a badly matching orb thing, which is kind of annoying. What I would recommend first here is that if you do not have an int orb on Boa, you pop the Zephyr special first. It doesn't matter what order you pop him in after that point, though. So I'm going to go ahead and pop Zephyr special. Gives me a 30% HP cut. Gives you the int orb here on the Boa. And then we're going to do the Boa special, which is, if you have an int orb, it's going to give you a defense down attack boost. And then give you a Psy orb, and then reset to the Psy orb. And then you're going to pop the orb boost on Boa as well as defense reduction. But then you're going to get orb sealed for 10 turns, which is kind of the linchpin here. You don't have to do that, but there's not really any other defense reducer. So I'm going to go ahead and pop everything else here. It's going to give me attack down, all the other things. And then we're just going to attack on every unit and kill the boss because we have, what's it called? Defense down conditional, color affinity, attack boost, and some HP cuts on the boss. So it's still enough damage to get through probably about 10-20 stages, because you can see here we're doing more than enough damage to get through, and we have the HP cuts that'll help a lot. That will stay consistent throughout all the stages, plus a 2x boost on Frankie, so that's nice. If you don't have Frankie, again, Coliseum Brandy World, and then Coliseum Raizo if you want to do that too. Those will work. So there are other ways of doing that, but that would be. All right, guys. So again, we're on the final stage for Chopper. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Zephyr special here, and it's gonna give me matching orbs. I'm gonna use Frankie to get my attack boost, or use, if you have him, Brandy World. If you don't have Frankie. So the big thing here is you have two options. The first option is going to be you pop Boa special once, and if you pop the Boa special once, it's gonna give you a defense down conditional, as well as keep your matching orb because you have a Psy orb now. So that's fine. And then you use Gladius, of course, to get a 1.75 color affinity. And you'll have color affinity for this left-hand side, which kind of negates the badness of the badly matching orb here. And then you attack with these 3 units last, which is another option that you can do. You can either keep 3 badly matching orbs and have 3 matching orbs, or you go with the other route. Up to you. You can see here I still have Goaty. If I did have another character that was a shooter to get the left column, do something different with it, I would. I really don't know what I would want to do with that unit though. Like I don't know who I would use here. Make like a tandem orb on the left hand side or something like that. I don't know. I would have to have a character that has like another beneficial enable or something like that, just to make it work. But as long as you can figure out a way of getting matching orbs in the left hand column, that's fine too. I don't know how you would do it though, because you can't use recovery. You probably have to use tandem or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the 3 badly matching orb characters first, and then these 3. Perona, the red Perona. I guess we use the red Perona instead. Is she boosted? Okay, guys. So the free-to-play version of beating the final stage for the what's his name? Can't remember. The dude. Chopper is going to be this version right here, and that's if you want to bring a blue character. The Coliseum Brini World is going to give you a 2x type boost. This Perona is actually somewhat useful here because what she's going to do is make it so that your orbs, any orbs on that are badly matching or block orbs, will not reduce damage. So you can actually use Perona here to negate the beneficial orb enable here, and then you can use Boa if you, your Boa is not going to be able to provide an orb boost, but like if you did want to bring one into the room, you could. There are some options for that as well. So. Oh, excuse me. I'd say that this is a good free-to-play version of this team, and you can get a large last hit on this Zephyr, and that Zephyr's going to do a lot of damage. So this is just another option that you can use for this particular fight in order to give yourself a lot of damage, especially in the last hit. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next video I'm probably going to put out is going to be the Treasure Mode Law Penta Rainbow Max Showcase, and we'll go over him and all the cool things about him as well. Hopefully I'll have that out in the next day or two. I don't know. I'm getting kind of lightheaded just talking so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. If you want to check out the last couple of videos, they're right over there. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.